1730s in Fife in Scotland, the Beggars' Bench was established, and this was a sex club. And we know this because from this club they found things like little coins with naked people on. The club symbol was a phallus, and a lot of members and their mistresses used to give each other little lockets with pubic hair in. And some people speculate that the members would often masturbate as part of a ritual, but it seems that prostitutes and mistresses were there in abundance. This wasn't the first exclusive gentlemen's club established in Britain. That was in fact White's in London, which was established in the late 17th century and became a gambling den. And Jonathan Swift said that in the 18th century these exclusive gentlemen's clubs were the bane of half of the British nobility. And it wasn't even the most libertine. In fact, there were clubs called Hellfire clubs which engaged in sex and gambling and all that sort of stuff, but rumours also spread that they were engaged in some sort of satanic worship in a way, and the fact that they held some clubs in High Wycombe in a cave didn't help quash those rumours. It's hard to know exactly what went on in these clubs because they were shrouded in mystery, but you can speculate that because this was the Age of Reason, picking the name was sort of mocking religion in a way, and it was just a place for rich people to do whatever they want. After all, on top of one of their doors it did say, "Do what thou wilt." And it did have some influential members. For instance, the Chancellor of the Exchequer was part of these Hellfire clubs, and you could say that they had some sort of fascination with paganism at least, but it's probably mockery once again. For instance, one member, John Wilkes, who was a radical politician and supporter of the American Revolution, brought in a baboon dressed in clothes. However, this baboon attacked the Earl of Sandwich, and the Earl of Sandwich would later help prosecute John Wilkes for his articles against the king in the 1760s. Hellfire clubs then started to fizzle out, and some gentlemen's clubs still remain, but after the Victorian era they aren't as libertine as what they once were. But there might be another reason as to why all of these clubs sprung up at the same time. In the early 18th century, many people began saying that masturbation was evil, or at least unhealthy. For instance, in the 1716 pamphlet it was described as a heinous sin of self-pollution, and the author of the Medical Dictionary at the time also criticised it. In England at least, the monarchy had been restored decades earlier, ending Puritan rule in England. But in the Age of Enlightenment and Reason, puritanical views were being espoused under the guise of science.